Hello and welcome to the video for Thursday, August 27th, web design. I'm going to open up the waiting room and let people in. Okay. Hello. How you guys doing?
Okay, and yourself?
Good. Good. It's a little overcast out there, so it's probably only 106 degrees. I'm enjoying
Yeah.
the cool down, the
Well,
cool
I
weather.
heard I heard that because California is going through all those fires, it's kind of circulating like the smoke throughout the states. So
Oh,
that's why it looks pretty overcast, or maybe it is overcast. I haven't been outside.
it looks overcast, but yeah, it could be the smoke, I guess, huh?
Yeah, because I always look, it's like, why is it so gray out? It's not clouds, but
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Oh, yeah, okay. Thank you. Now I feel worse.
We're already really hot outside. Now we have smoke.
Yeah, I know.
Is that from California or from us?
California, I think.
Because I heard a little bit of both. I heard it was a mix of the fire, but also our own pollution as well.
Oh, okay.
Into light, if you will.
Hey, Dylan, did you hear that some of the gyms are supposed to be opening up today?
Yeah, I got an email from mine, and I couldn't be more happier.
I know. I feel exactly the same way. I got an email. Which gym do you go to?
I go to Vasa. It's on Grant and Alvernon, surprisingly, but it's actually a really good gym.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I got an email too, and I'm excited because they've been closed on what, like 2 months now or something.
Just about, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because they opened up for like a week, and I went in with my mask, and I was loving it. And
I
then,
know.
um,
Well, it was. I don't. I think it was more than a week. I think it was like a month or something, but it felt like a week.
it felt so short, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's good. And I hear that the Harkins movie theaters are opening up tomorrow, I think.
I
So,
heard that as well, yeah.
yeah.
And all these movies are slated for the 28th. That's tomorrow.
I know it's weird. It's like they're slowly returning us to some form of a real life.
Some normalcy.
Well,
It's
my
the
life
best
was never
thing out.
normal, so I don't
Yeah.
I don't know what they're thinking.
Semi normalcy.
So Trevor's like, what movies are even coming out? Well, I already made arrangements. I figured like movie. I'm a movie buff, so I figure any movie buff is like going to charge the theater tomorrow once they open. So I already got tickets for there's something called the New Mutants. It's like a
Yeah.
X-Men teenager X-Men movie or something like that.
I saw that. It looked pretty cool.
Yeah. The other option was this one called Unhinged. Did you see the trailers for that?
I did. That looked pretty interesting.
It looked good, but it just looked creepy too. I don't know if I want to.
Yeah. Just a bit.
If I want to see creepy, I could just look on the internet. I don't have to go pay for it, right?
I don't have to
Um,
travel anywhere. Yeah.
yeah, I don't have to drive across town. It's just open up the news. Okay, well let me go ahead and do the attendance, and then
Also, one more is Bill and Ted's The Trilogy, the third one.
oh, is that one out?
Yeah, it's coming out tomorrow.
You know what I want to see is the Tenet movie. Have you heard about that one?
No.
Yeah, it's by Chris Nolan, the guy who did like Interstellar. Do you like all those sci-fi cool movies?
Yeah, he did the Batman movies, right?
Yeah, he did the
hmm
trilogy. He did the one true trilogy, right? Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, he's always doing those crazy, thought-provoking movies, and this one's supposed to be really good. So I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, heck yeah. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. So for web design one, we have Bernadette, Alex, and Stephanie. And then for web design two, let's see, we got Grady. Let's see who else is in here. Heather, Ariana, Dylan, and Trevor. Daniel, is Daniel here? Yeah. Yeah, Yeah, right there. And then Sean. I haven't seen Sean, so maybe he's, I don't know what his deal is. Okay. All right, cool. We got you all marked as present. Hoorah! Okay, so let me start out by opening up the class website. Going to the web design section. Okay. And I'm gonna share my screen with you guys and go here. Okay, so I better, let's see, open up my chat in case anybody wants to talk at me, and open up the participants window in case anybody wants to jump in. Okay, so so we do have finalization on the final hybrid schedule. I posted the PDF right up here on the website if you guys want to download it. And so here it is. Basically, it's what I told you guys, which is that the beginning class is going to come in on Tuesdays, physically at school every other week, and the advanced class will come in on Thursdays every other week. And we are what's called a green class. And so what that means is, according to the schedule here, the green classes don't start coming into Pima until the second week of September. So next week is going to contain the first week of September. So next week our classes will be virtual again, but on Tuesday it'll be just the beginning class. And so I'll be meeting with you guys virtually, and we'll spend the whole period on beginning web design. And then next Thursday it'll be virtual, just the advanced class, and we'll spend it all on advanced web design. Then the following week, the Tuesday beginning class will actually come in to school, to room CG11, and we'll meet there. And the advanced class will come in on Thursday. And if you want, for your calendar's sake, if you look down at the bottom of this PDF, if you download it, it's got all the dates listed that you'll be coming in at the bottom of the columns. Okay, any questiones about that? Okay, I take it that's a no, since there's ultimate silence. Okay. Okay, so some of you guys, the people in the advanced class, you guys remember that SiteGround gave us some free websites last semester?
Yeah.
Okay, they're going to do that again. Yeah, they're going to do that again. But they've already agreed to it, but they did something weird. You have to forgive them. They're not American.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about, Greg. 'Cause the last time they were asking me for a charge card, and I was like, wait.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, so their special plan, which they give to students, is 3 months free, and then you have to start paying if you want to keep the website. And so I wrote to them, I'm like, hey, you realize that a college semester is 4 months, right? And they're like, oh yeah. So they've approved us getting free websites, but I have to send them an email with everybody's email address, and what they're going to do is a special dispensation for you guys where they bump you up to 4 months free, so you can go for the whole semester before they send you a little email that says if you want to keep your website, it's going to be $1.99 a month for students or whatever, you know. So so you guys will get those. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do, if you don't mind, is when you configure your website, I won't be able to get into it because you're going to use your own username and password. And so what I'd like you to do is add an additional login to your website that will allow me to get in, so that when we're looking at your websites, I can just log in and you know, show you things or do things or whatever. So let me show you how it's going to work. So like, for example, right now we're looking at the Dreamco website, and I'm actually logged into this site. So what's going to happen is you're going to go into your WordPress website, you're going to go into your dashboard, and you're going to come down here to where it says users, and you're going to go add new. And I'll go over this with you, you know, when you have your websites too. But anyway, for the username, you can put in my email address, which is gjlemo at pima.edu. Oh, well, I guess this can be the same for both, right? Um, oh, then you got to put in all this junk. This is annoying. Okay, you don't have to put in the website or anything. But then for the password, if everybody would put in the same password, that'll make it really easy for me. So I'm just thinking it'll be something like Peachy 2020. Now, this is like the lowest security password ever, but I don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to break into your website and steal all your precious data. You know what I mean? Well, not this one anyway. This is it's weak. Okay, it's a weak password. Don't use the password in real life. Wait, let me see if I put an exclamation point on it if it gets better. Oh, I got up to medium.
It's almost there.
Well, how about a capital P? Let's see if we can make it up strong. No. Oh, bummer. Um, okay, I'm gonna try one more. Teach peach. Strong. Okay. So, wow, now I got to remember that thing. Uh, anyway, that's all you have to do is put that stuff in there and then change the role to administrator, and that will allow me to get into your site, to log into your site, and do things. Right now, I'll go ahead and take a screenshot of this, and then I can email that to you guys or post it on the website. And then when you do get your WordPress websites, if you just would add me as an extra user with administrative access, that will be really helpful. So then you would just click Add New User, and we'd be good to go. So let me see. If I click this, it's going to say, oh well, I don't know what it's going to say. Maybe it'll let me do it. Let's see. Okay, great. So it added me as a new user. There's going to be me in this list here. Okay, perfect. All right. Any questions about that? Okay, cool. So let's go back to web design, web design.
I have a question.
Yes, Alex.
Are we, do you want us to register an account on WordPress.org or WordPress.com?
Okay, that's a good question. Well, you won't have to do either. Um, so we can talk about that Tuesday in the beginning class, but just as a general overview, there's three flavors of WordPress. There's WordPress.com, WordPress.org, and then the third flavor is where you go buy a web hosting account and you just install WordPress on that,
Oh,
and that's what we're going to be using. So you won't have to register with either of the other two.
okay.
Okay. Okay. So we go to web design. Let's see. Gassing up for the new Batman movie, but that's next year. Wait a minute. There's a new Batman movie. How come I didn't get notified about this?
Yeah,
Um,
I got mixed feelings about it. I'm not sure how I feel.
well, this is more important than web design. Uh,
It
what?
triumphs that.
Wait, who's playing? Is it Robert Pattinson?
Yeah,
Are we gonna
Oh,
watch
I
the
have to watch
trailer?
the trailer.
yeah.
Should I watch it now? No, I'm kidding. Uh, oh well, Trevor's excited, but how come you're not excited, Dylan?
I have mixed feelings.
Because you're down on Mr. Pattinson?
I think he's good. I just want to. I want to see it. So like, I want to see it to believe it, sort of thing.
Oh, you have to see it to believe it, huh?
Yeah. So far, like, I think it does look interesting and good, but it's one of those things where, what's the catch? You know?
I think about 8 or 9 of the Batman that have been in all the movies are just not Batman and are not the real Batman. And there's only like 1 or 2 that really work. Like George Clooney, I love George Clooney, but I don't think he was Batman. I don't
He's
think
more of a
Michael.
Bruce Wayne.
I don't think Michael Keaton was Batman. I don't think Ben Affleck is Batman.
No, no, no.
I thought Christian Bale was pretty good, but then there was the voice. That
It's a
bat.
bit much.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, let's go back to website. So, okay. So, I asked you guys to, I asked both the beginning and the advanced to look up some WordPress themes and let me know 3 themes that you thought you could use. And then I asked the advanced class to do some more mock-ups of some more pages, not to get them all done for today, but just work on them. And I saw that Bernadette sent me a link to some of her WordPress themes. So I think um, we'll look at that. Um, so Okay, these are three themes that Bernadette is considering for her, if you recall, the church site. So here's one. It's called Calibri, I think. And let me see if I can make this a little smaller. Uh, Calibri. Okay, that's what it looks like. Maybe it was better, bigger. Um, okay, so this is option one. Next, we have something called Neve. Okay, Neve. And last but not least, uh, this one is called
Right?
Right Free. This one I think is going to have to be a little smaller because it's hard to see the whole thing.
Hmm.
Okay, what do we think? Uh, I like Trevor's. Yeah, no. He's like, Dylan, you don't know what you're talking about. It's going to be great.
Yeah. I like the first one and the third one the most.
I don't, I don't hold the fact that Robert Pattinson was a vampire against him. I'm going to give him a fair
Yeah.
shot at being Batman, right? Um, watch The Lighthouse. The
Okay.
Lighthouse got great reviews, and he was in something else that was really good too last year. Uh, I can't remember what it's called, but I like him. I think he's good. Okay, which one of these three uh, do you guys think would be good for the church site? Neve.
I
Uh,
like the second one, the Neve, or is that the first one?
this is
Whatever Neve was.
yeah, it's the middle one. Why do you like that one?
Because based on the mock-up and the way she displayed how she wants it to look, I think that this one complements the mock-up she already made. To me, it looks similar to the one she made.
Okay, yeah, it sure is. It sure is minimalistic. So if that's what she's going for, that's definitely in the ballpark. And then you can look down here and see, uh, when something has a lot of good reviews like this. Once again, the reviews generally are talking about sort of ease of use. Once you open up the theme and you want to do certain themes, like how or certain things, like most people would want to replace this icon right here with something else. So how easy is that to do? Well, in this particular theme, it's probably pretty easy because it's got 5 stars, which is sort of unheard of in themes, and very very few poor ratings. So that's also a good sign. Um, okay. So any votes for Calibri? No.
I
You like Calibri?
I like it.
Okay. Well, we definitely can't do it if Dylan likes it. Uh, uh, let's see. Trevor says he likes the first two the most. They can highlight feature of the church and seem more accurate to the mock-up. The last one, which is the one we're on now, right free, seems more like a commerce type, which I don't think would work well. The first one I like the most for the project because I think it would showcase that homepage design very well. So actually, that's 2 votes plus Dylan, 3 votes for this one vote for this, 0 votes for this. Any other votes from you guys? Number 3, number 2, number 1.
I was gonna say, not about this, but I did do another little mock-up homepage, like with the not really like a bar on top. So that's kind of where I was going with like the bigger picture.
Did you put that in your folder?
Yeah, it should be under, yeah, should be the second one. I couldn't find any good pictures that I thought like with young people, so I just kind of put like an aloe vera plant in the back.
Uh, oh, the aloe vera is down here. Okay, and is this a second page? This our mission? Or
No, they're both home pages. I just
oh,
gave like two options of like what they could look like.
okay, got it. Um, Feedback from you guys?
I like the top one. The top one just feels brighter, and I just associate churches with light. So I don't know, it just feels more fitting to me. The second one is still nice, the layout's nice and everything. I just like the first one.
Okay. Any other
Kind
thoughts? What's that?
of tough because I really like both, but I feel like the first one stands out a little stronger because there's a little less going on in that banner, and the words really speak out to me more so than anything because of the religious factor.
Yeah. Well, I think the key here, Dylan, is which one do you think Batman would like more?
Oh, which Batman though?
No, the true one, Batman.
The
Okay.
one real one?
Yeah, I don't even know who that is. I mean, like I said, Christian Bale probably came close. Maybe he hasn't. It wasn't even Adam West. Adam West, you know that Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the way you said that. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
Kevin Conroy. I don't even know who that was. Was he a Batman?
Animated Batman.
Okay. Um, so I'm gonna show you something, and you can completely ignore it if you like. Let's see. Or perhaps you'll find it useful. Let's see. Screenshots. I've got a few screenshots on my desktop. Uh, hey, what happens? You take a screenshot, it's supposed to jump right there at the end. That's annoying. Okay.
I have that problem too, actually.
Yeah, maybe it's because I have 3 million screenshots on my desktop. I should hire one of you guys to come clean up my computer.
Sort it out.
They'd never see you again. It'd be the end of you. Okay, so this is annoying. Okay. All right. So, is this is your church, Bernadette? This is yes, your church. Okay.
Yeah, I think I did something. What did I do?
What is your? You didn't do anything wrong.
Oh,
What does your pastor look like?
um, my church is Valley Christian Church. I don't know what I did wrong with my screen. Like I'm not seeing you guys on pin video. Oh, okay.
Okay. What does your pastor physically look like?
Uh, do I have to like?
Your profile.
No, no. I mean, is it a man or is it a woman? Are they
Oh,
middle aged?
it's a man. Yeah. I thought you were gonna say how tall he is, how big
No.
he is. I don't-
Okay, I'm just gonna type in the word pastor here. I just let's see images. Okay, I'm just gonna grab the first guy I see. Copy. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that should be your web
Well, these are from like scandalous news articles, though.
I know that's the thing. I was gonna like, you
You've
know,
all been charged with something.
yeah. Well, I didn't want to get who is it? Falwell, who's in the news right now? Let's see.
He looks startled, that's what it is.
Okay,
Like you caught him by surprise.
let's see. Oh, come on. Just, okay. So I could have just told you guys this, but I think it's more effective to just show it to you or something, right? So there's one web design philosophy which says that when you come to a website, you should see someone's face. Okay? And the reason is because when you go to a website, it's kind of like going to the front office of a company. And of course, ideally you'd have some smiling person at the front desk that would greet your potential customer and welcome them to the business, right? So if you have a website that has no type of photography that shows anyone, there's one school of thought that says it's a little less friendly and welcoming than a site that does have at least a picture of someone. In other words, it has a face, right? Now, of course, there's no right or wrong when it comes to web design. Certainly, there are effective websites out there that are just, sort of abstract or whatever. But what I wanted to kind of show you, and of course, this is not placed in the right place or anything, but the difference when a website has a face, how it makes you feel about coming to visit it, as opposed to when that face isn't there, right? So, and once again, this would have to be worked into the design layout and everything like that. Reverend Pastor Smith, or welcomes you, or whatever it is. Um, anyway, what do you guys think about that? What are your thoughts on that?
I do actually notice a difference now that you mention it when I do go on websites when there are some kind of physical faces or at least a model or somebody.
Uh,
There's a bit more of a welcoming presence versus like flat, nothing, no faces. I'm almost like, oh, I don't want to go on this website.
right. Let's see. Trevor's saying, like, does he look like The Rock or Charlie Chaplin? He looks scary. It'd be a good idea. It brings a personal feel to a big identity. Okay, right. What do you think, Bernadette? Are you still with us?
Yeah, I don't know, something, I did something with my end, like I can't see myself, or I can only see you, but I don't know what happened. Anyway,
You can't see the screen?
like I can see your computer, like your screen, but for some reason I can't see everybody else. Like I could see you, but I don't know, I can't
You
even see.
know, you could try if you want. Try jumping. Try disconnecting from the class and reconnecting, and I'll let you back in and see if that helps.
I think I'm okay right now.
Okay,
I
fine.
could, I could still see your screen and you talking, so I'm
Okay.
okay. But, um, yeah, I get where you say that. In the church website that I have, that they originally have now, they do have like people singing. I just don't have access to like their pictures. That's why I was trying to look for some like young people, or like kind of your suggestion last time, but
Okay.
I couldn't find any that I really liked, so I just kind of went with
Okay.
um yeah.
Okay. So you're well aware of that philosophy, and you're gonna pursue it. You just haven't found any pictures that you like yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Well, I think it looks good. I think that I prefer this design that you're working on to the other one. Um, the second one, which has the aloe vera, uh, what's it called? Aloe verde. I'm going to say palo verde and aloe vera. I'm combining the aloe verde. It's a new plant that I created. Yeah, this one looks. It just looks a little busy right here in the middle, Bernadette,
All right.
with all that stuff going on. So, but I noticed that you made other improvements to this one. Like you took that the logo off of the bottom. There was some repetitive stuff going on down here. So.
Yeah.
And you made this, you highlighted the donate button, which I think that looks really good, taking one of these colors here. So, yeah, overall, it's an improvement. You're definitely heading in the right direction.
Thank you.
Okay, so who's next in the parade of glory that comes with talking about your website?
I have a list of themes that I chose out that we didn't get to talk about the last time.
Okay, and that's in your website folder.
Yeah, I have a document in the drive.
Okay,
Yeah, themes for website.
okay, Uptown Style by GoDaddy, Varuna by W, and Storefront by Automatic. Okay.
I feel like the last one's a little bit of a cop out, to be honest, but we'll see about the other two.
Last one is a cop out. I'm very familiar with that one, so we're not even going to look at it. I'm just kidding. We can look at it. Okay, Uptown Style by GoDaddy. Okay, let's look at that one. So, Uptown Style WordPress theme. Now, you're doing a fashion site again? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, okay, so that's Uptown Style. That would be his first choice. Um, for the second choice, something called Varuna. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, and then the third one is Storefront. Uh, Dylan's saying maybe this is a cop out because it's the default theme that comes when you install WooCommerce. Ah, come on, where is Storefront? This is annoying. Uh, the Storefront theme has a certain look, but then they have a bunch of. Oh, here it is. I'm just gonna bring up the.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay. Oh, damn it. Okay, stay. All right. Okay, so here's the three themes. Number one, Uptown Style. Dylan is doing a fashion site for young people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, this one, Varuna, and then Storefront, which is this one right here. Of course, it's not getting any benefit from the fact that it's just got placeholder images in here, but you can still see the layout. So as far as an e-commerce site for clothing and stuff, which of these do you like? Number 3, Storefront. Number 2, Varuna. Number 1, Uptown Style.
I would vote for number 2.
And why is that?
Because it's a bit special and it's different from most of the store that I know, and I think it targets a young audience.
Yeah, that's what I think too. It looks like it's more a younger audience for this one. Um, Anybody else have an opinion? One, two, three.
Um, I was gonna ask, like, I forgot what his original mock-ups looked like. Were they more feminine or were they more masculine, like unisex? Because like the first one looks a little bit more feminine, and then when you go to the second one, it's like pertaining to more men, and then the third one is kind of everyone. So I wasn't sure.
That's a good point. Well, this was his original mock-up. He hadn't had a chance to put any.
There's some new ones up there.
Oh, there are?
Yeah. So that'd be the contact or the about us page. Excuse the little smiley face. I was gonna put a picture, and that'd be the shop.
Okay. So
Let me upload the homepage real quick.
this one? Or are you uploading another one?
Uploading the newer one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so okay, so he made a few changes. He he took this font over here, which was sans serif, and he made it serif to match this. He took this little tagline here, which used to be over here, and he put it underneath here. He still kept the same color palette. And then I guess he's uploading a new page now. One thing I'd say, Dylan, is I really think that this needs to be in a different font because it's just too hard to read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, and so I guess well, I guess when it comes, I mean, we'll get a look at his new theme in a second, but or his new page in a second, but so Bernadette, maybe the reason he was interested in this is because he's got these colors that are very I think you or somebody said they were very old school color palette. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know if it was me. It was probably somebody else.
Okay.
But I could. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I would say maybe the first first idea that he had, like the first WordPress theme, because it's a serif font and it looks a little more old-timey, I guess, like with the picture in the front.
Yeah, right. That does kind of fit his theme a little better. And of course, see, I think that there's a disconnect because he's saying that his audience is young people, and this looks like a theme for young people, right? But his graphics have sort of an older, almost Victorian era feel to them, and that's kind of what this one is. But that would be for a different audience. Do you know what I
I would
mean?
probably replace. The reason I chose that one is mostly the layout, not
Okay,
really what was on it.
right. Okay,
I
fair enough.
stripped it of everything.
Is your file still uploading?
Try it now. It's not too different from the other one, but it is a little. It was edited to what we were talking about the last time.
Uh, okay, let's see. It's 351.
Try the home page.
This one?
Yeah,
Is this it?
yeah, it's slightly different because of the
Oh.
text.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know, Dylan. I'm not I'm not getting like youthful energy from this color palette.
I went with more so the pastel-y color palette because I thought it was a little bit more retro, but also I think what comes back as retro sometimes is more pertained for us young folk, if you will.
Okay, so you're trying to do cool retro.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Trevor said, shoot for the second theme with the color palette you have. I think it'd be an interesting juxtaposition. So he's saying, go for the young theme and then use your color palette, and then maybe you would get some of that retro energy because you'd have youthful layout and then retro colors. Any other thoughts on this one? Okay. Yeah, I don't think storefront is. It's not really that different from the other ones, but it's not really. I mean, you can always go back to storefront. It's the default. I I don't know. I think Trevor's idea is not a bad one. I think this one does have a really nice layout. Um, and I think you could make a very sort of classy, elegant looking site here because of the minimalist aspect of it. But if you're really trying to go for a youthful audience, you might get more inspired to do something youthful in this layout. So I would say, which one of these two are you leaning towards, Dylan?
I'm leaning towards the second one. I feel like it might be interesting to see how it'd go.
Yeah, I would say go for that. I think it's a better choice.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. So, Ariana, did you do any additional stuff on your site?
I did, yeah. I added more detail to the mockup and I uploaded it to the folder.
Ariana. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's an XD. Okay. Wow.
Ooh. Hmm. Hmm.
What do you think about this, Dylan?
I certainly think that the color added to it a lot more. It really draws me in a lot more than before. And it already had my attention, so I think even more so now.
Yeah, I think that sums it up really well. I mean, it was a really nice layout before, but of course it was very minimalistic. I don't think there was any real color on it. but now it's just so much more interesting with the color. Um, it's interesting. I don't know if any of you other guys are picking up on this, but this thing really stands out as it feels like something that doesn't belong there graphically. Like if I click on this and I remove it, I'm like, ah, I can breathe again. um, it just seems like if you look at everything else on this page, everything else is really it's very geometric. It's everything has its place. The picture is really perfect and everything. But then this thing is just like it's just this big old lump of cat paw right there. It feels a little out of place.
I mean, if you're committed to it, you could make it, I guess, part of the logo.
Yeah, I haven't really decided on a logo or anything. That's just really a placeholder because I really don't know what's going to be the official logo or branding of the site, but I just wanted to put something as a placeholder. I really don't know yet.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, and you have a good eye, and so I'm sure you'll make something that will work.
Oh, that's a good idea too, what you're doing right there. That's nice.
Yeah, I think a lot of the problem, if I can jump in with some of my pretentious criticism that I'm brimming with, I think part of the problem might be that just the current placement of the paw in most cases isn't really I guess significant to anything else. Like it's not aligned with the page margin or anything else, so it's kind of feels like it's kind of wandering off on its own. It hasn't been really conformed to I guess the rest of it. Like it doesn't lie kind of on the same line as anything else too much. So I don't know, maybe moving it a little more into the right so that it aligns with like a margin that all the pages share, something like that, might make it feel a little more strong and intentional.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, most people put their logo in the top left corner because it's the first thing that people see when they look at the website because we read from top down, left to right. And so it's also called the most stable corner of a website because you open up a web browser this way and that corner is always visible, but the lower right corner is the least stable because you're always moving, your website browser size. So you may or may not see what's there, but this one, this top left corner it's actually the strongest real estate, the most prime real estate on your website. Now, it's fine to put your title and everything in the center, but if you do that, just recognize that whatever is here should be one of the highest priorities that you want to communicate with your design because it's absolutely going to be seen first, right? So, I like your centered layout. I think it looks really, really good. You could take this whole thing and, move it over here if you so desire, and then put in a tagline here like the adventures of Skittles or something like that. You know what I mean? And that looks good. But it's entirely up to you. Okay, so I really like the way this pastel is looking. It's working really well. So here's some other pages that she did.
So I have a question, more general question, but it's coming to me as I'm looking at this page because I had a similar issue. So all these different pages have a different layout. So in WordPress, how do you find one theme that covers all of this? Or if each of these pages, can they have different themes?
Okay, so you know how you asked me once, like, what those reviews signify
Excuse me.
on the theme?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things they signify is how versatile a theme is. And if a theme, many themes come with a number of different page layouts. Because we're just kind of spoiled these days. We want to go into WordPress and be able to do anything we want, right? So if a theme has a bunch of good, useful layouts, it's probably going to get a good review, right?
Okay. So how can you preview the layouts?
How do you preview the layouts?
Yeah, because that would be part of selecting, a theme.
So what happens is if you go look up a theme,
Yeah.
like on WordPress.org or something like that, if you read the notes and everything, they'll usually tell you, comes with 5 different page layouts, including
Okay.
columns, 2 columns, 1 column, whole page width.
Okay.
And then you can also just do some research and find some templates that are known for having a lot of options, and then you're good to go, you know.
Okay.
I'll
She
show you.
just reminded me of something.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell, like she mentioned, the bottom 3 pages all have different layouts. And I did that intentionally to get feedback on what looks best. I did one page that has them like, those big rectangles, and the other one where they're more uniform, then the other one where it's like, where they're scattered and they don't match up, because I wanted feedback on
Oh, okay.
which one looks the best, I guess. Which one is more
So this one is
attention grabbing.
This one is what we call the mosaic layout, which is where things are different size, like mosaic tiles. This one is just, you might call it a photo gallery layout because it's got all the uniform pictures. And this one is almost blog-like in the sense that things stack up on top of each other. Do you guys have a preference between these?
I like the mosaic one.
Okay. Why do you like it? It just appeals to you visually?
Yeah, just well, I don't know if it's the resolution or the scaling, but I feel like the other one, the one that you said looked like a blog layout, is too like compact.
Uh-huh.
But the other two actually do the job pretty good.
Yeah, this one does. I mean, now that you mention it, this one has like these big blocks of pink, and it feels very like this doesn't feel very minimalist. It just feels like big old heavy blocks of pink on top of each other, you know? These feel a little more like there's a little negative space, just a little more, and there's more on the edges, so it feels a little lighter, a little easier to breathe. And then as far as these two go, it's really just your preference between the mosaic layout and the photo gallery layout, you know. Any other preferences on this?
I would have to say between the second or the third, those would be the strongest choices as well. But I want to lean towards the third because it is, to me, it gives a little more interest to like, oh, what else is down there? Like, I can't see everything levels, so I'm almost curious to scroll down more.
That's an excellent point. Yeah, and it may be at this point that we're so used to seeing this kind of layout that it's actually a little boring to us, you know, and that this adds a little level of interest, right?
Yeah.
I've used this layout before and it drove me crazy because I'm like, I guess too anal retentive for this. And I could never do this layout because I would just be like, I can't deal with it. Because if at the bottom of the page, there were a few that were like misaligned, I would literally have a heart attack, right? Whereas in this case, I know they're all going to line up, and so I can sleep at night, right? Okay, but yeah, I think it's looking really great, Ariana.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, and then Trevor also likes the mosaic. It's visually appealing and lends well to the minimalist feel. Okay, all right. Let's see. Does anyone else have some work they've done that they want to share, or some themes they've picked?
Yeah, I added some to the drive.
You added some? Okay. So, Alex. 56. Okay. I don't know. Are these all new?
That one isn't, but the other two are.
This one's new.
Yeah.
And is that Defrix? Is that the name of a theme, or is that just a whole placeholder word, or what is that?
I know that's the name of the brand.
Oh, it's the name of the brand. Okay. Okay. So here's one page from Alex. I guess there's a few more we can look at. Okay, this is the sort of mosaic feel a little bit.
And then those are the templates that I was basing it off of.
Oh, is this theme called Eris?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's one template. And yeah, there's mock-ups. And
This would be really cool.
yeah, it looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I see the potential for what he has to put into it, and I feel like it'd be a really cool product.
I agree. I think it's going to be really important for all three of you that are working on sort of fashion sites that that you get some fashion photos in there as soon as possible.
Yeah.
I'm actually working on some right now. I found this mock-up page called mockuptree.com.
Huh?
Billions of free mock-ups.
Oh, let's see, mockuptree.com, huh? Uh, well, let's see. Oh, you mean like mockups for even clothing and stuff, right?
Yeah, they have like lots, like virtually almost anything you need, really.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen advertisements for this site. Yeah, actually, I was excited when I saw it too. I'm like, oh man, I got to go rip off some of these pictures and I mean, professionally buy these pictures and use them for my mock-ups and stuff. Okay. Um, this is a very elegant page, Alex. I think it's very well balanced and it looks terrific. Like I said, I can't wait to see your photos on there because I think that's going to help us make give you feedback about how everything's working.
Yeah, I kind of went with really minimalistic approach, but I feel like the content is what's gonna fill it in,
Okay.
complete it.
And then this would be more like these are like selections of products to buy kind of thing.
Yeah, this would be like a page of just like archive photos, basically, and then if you click the shop, then you can go to the shop page, obviously, and yeah,
And then you were thinking of using this theme, which also is very minimalistic.
yeah,
Yeah, I think it looks good. What do you guys think?
I really like it.
Yeah. Okay. I say you're heading in right in just the right direction. Dylan likes it. Trevor likes it too. So yeah, keep going, man. It looks great. Maybe get some of those pictures in there so we can check them out next time. Dylan says he digs it a lot. It has a cool feel and it's a very unique look to it. So yeah, a big
cool.
improvement. Very nice.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, now Trevor has some themes in his. Uh, boom as well. Trevor. Themey. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. So Trevor wrote why he likes the themes, which is pretty cool. So let's see. Seville Row. The look from the preview is promising for a clothing brand website. The open feel of the homepage, the hero image to help feature items, and also the 3 category boxes are great. I like the color scheme is minimal to help focus on what is important in the company and what they're providing you a product. Okay, so let's uh, check it out. Ooh, classy. And best of all, 2 other people like it. It's got 100% approval rating. Go for it. Okay. All right. I think your summary of that was very good. Okay, next one is called Overlay Child Lifestyle. I like this theme because its simplistic feel gives a personable feel. The tab section for the hero image seems like a neat idea. Again, the 3 feature boxes is great for e-commerce website. So, okay. Okay, that's the second choice. And the third, Wanda Light. I like the use of image on the homepage and would be super effective for an e-commerce website. Depending on the way I tailor my brand, this could work very effectively.
Hmm.
Okay, so it's time for the voting. This is the first one. Of course, Trevor's doing a clothing website for geared at younger people. Um, here's number 2, and then here's number 3.
I
Anybody have?
like 1 and 3.
You like 1 and 3?
I'm leaning at 1 the most, but yeah.
1 is super clean, huh?
Yeah, and I think that's why I'm gravitating to it.
I know it's the pictures and everything, but I wonder if this one's a little too clean. I wonder if it's a little too corporate.
Yeah,
I,
it might be.
The second one?
I actually like this one best.
Hmm.
I think this one feels younger. We're being diluted by the colors and the font with on, but it's
The
still
tab feature would be cool.
because this one's looser. like see 1 and 3 are very rectilinear. You know, I mean they're just rectangles. Very stacked up, nice, proper, right? And this one feels looser. It's more minimalistic. It feels younger. You know, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me because I'm very OCD, and so that's why I always like things like the
Yeah,
way like that, like all stacked together. So seeing other ones, just I don't gravitate toward them. But that's just again just a personal preference. But you're right. The first one does have a more corporate feel, but it's the cleanness that I'm
yeah,
drawn
yeah.
to.
I know. I'm very OCD too, and this looks so good to me. Uh, but when I think about what his audience is, I think maybe it's a mismatch. Trevor says he likes these last two, Wanda Light and Overlay. He's going between those two. Do we have a tiebreaker vote anywhere? Anybody want to?
I guess it
Uh,
just depends on the type of clothing. I
Okay.
don't know. Is it going to be like streetwear? Is it going to be like suits? It just depends on the clothing, the vibe of the clothes itself that that the site has to then complement.
Okay. Grady likes 3. That's another vote for Wanda. And then Alex, were you going to say something?
yeah. Which one is this one?
This is 2. This is 3, and this is 1.
Okay, I like 2 and 3.
Okay, those are the same that Trevor likes. So yeah, it looks like 1 might be out of the running from a lot of us. So 2 and 3, and then Trevor, maybe the decision is just which way you want to go with your brand. Do you want to be a little more sort of elegant, for lack of a better word, or do you want to be a little more casual? Because it feels to me like that's a little bit of what we get from the 2 designs. Okay, does that help?
I almost want to say the second one.
Well, I am saying the second one, and what I say goes. Uh, yeah, I would go the second one. And I got to say something. I made a lot of websites, and I always made websites like this. And now I'm kind of like, I would like to make some websites that breathe a little more, and that's part of the attraction of this one for me. All are nice. None of your opinions are incorrect. It's just subjective. It's taste and it's what fits the brand. So once again, Trevor, you and Dylan and Alex all got to put some pictures up there so we can be like, oh yeah, that's those products fit this style, right? Okay. Uh, what else we got? Anybody else got some juice for us? Some delicious web themes that we can digest?
Some pretty boring ones I emailed you. They were just like the best I could find, though.
Okay. Boring. Okay, let's see. So this will be number 1 for Heather.
This one's my favorite. I think you can tell because it kind of looks like my website already.
I don't even have to look at the other 2. This is the one.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
Yeah, I think this is a perfect fit.
Okay, because
Pretty
the other
cool.
ones are awful.
Okay, let's look at them just so we can laugh.
Just for giggles, yeah. Oh man, that is. You don't hold vinyl like that.
Okay, whoever has the lowest grade in the class has to use this theme. Let's see, and here's the last one. Yeah, wow. This one has like 0 personality. It's basically just a picture.
Mm.
Totally
Being
forgot
of
about
indeed.
Astra, so that's why I was like, I didn't get very good a very good selection.
Yeah, okay. Um, well, I think the one you picked is excellent.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that was easy.
Mhm.
Let's see. So it says, Ariana says, anyone else getting thunder in their area? And Trevor says, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
It's getting there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything yet, but you know how Tucson is. It's one part of the city, it's raining, the other part it's sunny. So, okay. Anybody else have a lovely selection of uh, web themes for us to sort through? Grady? Okay. Okay, first one for Grady is BB10. Okay.
Oh, we looked at that last time, didn't we?
Oh yeah, you know what happened, Grady? You jumped out of the class, and then I got your email, and we looked at the three of these. But I'll bring them back up so we can give you our feedback. Um, okay. So I think if I remember correctly, we liked this one, didn't we? Which is the one he's using.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we just felt like, that's too minimal, and that, it just this one seems really generic or something. I don't know. It just didn't seem expansive enough.
The other one seemed like a program for like a simulation or something, which could be cool, but it seems like you'd have to put a lot more content into it since it's lacking on the
I mean, it's like the definition of minimalism, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, so that one, well, what it is it's hard to imagine what it would look like, you know,
Yeah.
because there's not enough information to go on. And then this one just seems too generic. It's like every theme and its brother looks like this, you know what I mean? Um, but yeah, I think you picked a good one here uh, with this. Okay, and Grady says that's his favorite too, so I think we're good then. Okay, yeah. So Trevor says about this one, it's too minimal. It exists. Peak minimalism. Okay. Uh, all right. Anybody else with anything they'd like to share?
Well, I looked at a bunch and I haven't found the three ones yet that I like.
Okay.
But I had a few questions because, before deciding which ones I like, because I was trying to find something that mimics the website I want to make.
Okay.
And then I wasn't sure how, the mock-up that we're doing on XD or something, and then the WordPress themes, how they hang together. Are they totally independent? So for the mock-up, is it just to imagine this is what I want it to look like, and then you go into WordPress and find something that's similar? Is that the process, or?
Yeah, that's basically the idea is, you use the mock-up process to create something you think you might like. You go
Yeah.
in WordPress and you see if you can find some websites that have that kind of look and feel. And maybe
Yeah.
maybe you don't find exactly that, but maybe you find something close that you can work with.
Yeah, so then when I looked to find something close, I always thought, or I wondered, can I take elements out of this, or can I change the color, the font? I didn't know what part of the theme is like hardwired, if you understand what I mean, and what can change. For example, I found some layouts that were clearly made for a blog, but I don't want to make a blog, so I wondered, can I just take the archive thing out because it doesn't, it's not appropriate for what I'm doing, or
Yeah,
would it just be the wrong theme?
yeah, you have a lot of flexibility when it comes to themes. You can change the fonts, you can change the colors, you can change the layout. I mean, if you know a little bit about coding, you can basically strip it down to a shell and rebuild it to whatever you want it to be. So, most of what you can imagine can happen in WordPress. You just
Yeah.
have to find a flexible theme that allows you to do a bunch of different layouts,
Okay. And then the other question, I already asked it when we looked at the CAT web page, which was, does one WordPress theme cover all these different ones? Because I found one, for example, if you Google Belfast as a theme. Yeah. So I saw it and I thought, oh, this is how I like my visuals page to look like, but not my home page. So can I just grab this for my visuals page? But you know, and for my home. Yeah, so I just didn't know a few things.
Yeah, you're not really it's not really possible to like take one theme and combine it with another theme. It's more like what you're looking for is a theme. No theme is perfect, right? So you
Yeah,
find a theme that has 80, 90% of what you want, and then you're going to go work with that and format it as best you can. So,
yeah, okay.
yeah, if you find a theme that's at least 80% has 80% of what you want, you can work with that theme.
Okay, and then my third question,
Uh,
so I'm asking you questions instead of themes, but they come with themes. If you can Google cartel, like CARTEL as a theme. Uh,
let me
no,
let me go here.
yeah. So this one is very minimalistic. But so what I did was I clicked on preview, like left to the download button because I wanted to see, and then what I saw, oh, okay, mine looked even different. Mine isn't all aligned in one. Mine is in 3 different columns. So I didn't recognize in the preview what I saw in the theme. I mean, what I saw here. So
Yeah,
I was confused.
so I can answer that question for you. So unfortunately, virtually every WordPress theme does this. It's kind of
Oh,
a, it's kind of a bait and switch. What happens is they show you this beautiful picture, and
mm-hmm.
and then when they show you the preview, it just looks like crap. You know, there's nothing
Yeah,
there. Now, the reason for that is they want to give you infinite flexibility to change the WordPress to be whatever you want. Now, there is a solution to this, and the solution is to use some of the more elegant themes out there. Um, so, like, there's this theme that I was recommending to people last semester. I like it a lot. It's called Astra,
yeah.
and the nice thing about Astra is after you install it, you can come
Mm-hmm.
down here and you can choose from their templates.
Mm-hmm.
Let me find their templates real quick. Where are your damn templates? Oh, here we go. Now, what's nice about Astra is once you download the WordPress theme, it will then allow you to download another little software called a plugin, which will allow you to download exactly this content that is showing here into the website. In other words,
Okay.
this is one of the few themes where WYSIWYG applies. What you see is what you get, right? Now, there are other sites that do this too. There are some of the higher end sites where they're charging a premium for some of the services. But that's one of the reasons why I like Astra, because when I start a website, I actually like to start with a website that's completely populated with pictures and text, because then I can just go in and switch things out, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So look maybe visit here and see if there's anything you find. Keep in mind that anything that says agency you actually have to pay for, uh,
Oh, yeah.
and the other ones are actually free.
Yeah. Okay.
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 Yeah.
All right, guys. So let's see. Let me go back to the class website. Dreamco.com. Okay, and then okay, so I think you guys are doing a great job. I love the designs you're doing. I love the way you're picking your themes. It's looking really excellent. Next week, I should be able to get you the link so you can get your free WordPress sites. And then, of course, next week, since we're going to be breaking up from here on out into the beginning of the advanced classes, I can address questions you guys have that are specific to beginning or advanced. Now, one of the things I want to tell the advanced students is because you're advanced, I'd like you to challenge yourself to add something into your website that's a bit of a challenge, right? So a good example is like Dylan and Trevor and Alex. They're all doing, well, of course, Alex is in the beginning class, but they're all doing e-commerce sites. And so, for example, you could make a choice to do a website but add e-commerce into it and put some actual products in there. Um, You could also choose to make a website where you're going to have different page headers for different sections, and then I could show you how to do the coding so it brings in the different headers. You can try a variety of different page templates and see how that works out. And you could also do a website with a lot of different content in it, you know, like audio and video and animations and stuff like that. So in addition to building, you know, a new beautiful website with all your great ideas and stuff, the advanced class, I'd like you guys to add in a challenging component that will take it up to the next level, right? So think about that. Okay. All right. Are there any questions from you guys? Okay. I'm going to say, I'm just going to do one last reminder about the hybrid class for, let's see, who we are. So we're green. So once again, next week we're going to be totally virtual. The beginning class is going to come on Tuesday. The advanced class is going to come on Thursday. The following week, the second week of September, the beginning class will come to Pima on the 8th, and the advanced class will come to Pima on the 10th. Okay. All right. Any other questions or comments from you guys?
One more question about the challenging component. That could be like a video or changing headers or like an animation possibly.
Well, in your case, Dylan, you and Trevor, I mean, you're both doing e-commerce, and so that's pretty challenging. I mean, you know, you meet the criterion of a challenging component by doing e-commerce.
Okay.
But I mean, if you want, you could add videos into your pages and stuff like that if you want to see how that works out. But you've already kind of covered it with your e-commerce.
Okay.
Okay. Other
Thank
questions?
you.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so I think I'm going to let you guys go a little early today. You did a great job. I'm really impressed with the work you're doing. So keep it up. Keep up the good work. Have a great weekend, and I will see you guys again next week.
Bye, guys.
See you next week. Bye.
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 Bye.